about getting this thing together here, right?
Yeah.
So you play your part, I play my part. And you know what? I want you to play it nice and solid and straight. Boom, boom, okay? No snare drum, just the feet. Boom, chick, bum. Keep that solid and right on, and then I can play with it. Okay?
Keep messing up every time you do it.
Okay, try it. Now, don't go fast. Go slow. Nice and easy.
What happens if I just do this? That'll help.
No, you're doing all right. You're doing fine. It's just getting that the two together. But now, are you hearing what I'm playing on that?
Yeah. Is it something?
That's what you're gonna play.
This?
Yeah, but you're gonna play that on that. You don't know. It's gotta be written out. Okay, so aside from me trying to play with you, I'm gonna make this is all written out for you already. But I know what else I'm gonna do, Caleb, is I'm gonna also write out more drumming things because you know how to read it pretty easy, don't you? Isn't it? It's not hard, is it?
No.
It's pretty easy, isn't it?
It's really easy.
So there's where this thing I'm showing you right now is gonna be a simple, easy, right? So putting the two together, you're gonna have that in 5 minutes. But that's why I want to write this other stuff out for you because you're gonna really like it, play it because you know how to read it already. You know what I mean?
Why couldn't I just do this?
Because when you put the two together, your hand is gonna be over here instead. You know what I mean? Your feet are gonna be doing it. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's get that blanket back on the snare drum. Okay? I want to get the towel there. Just put that back up on the snare drum. I'm gonna get away from this because you've got it already. You know what it is.
Yeah.
Okay? All I want you to do is to practice that the second one. The boom, 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 boom. Now, you play it, and I'm gonna play it over here. Well, you're gonna get it. We're kind of mixed up right here.
Oh, I was doing this.
You're gonna have
It's
to put
supposed to be like this.
yeah. If you're gonna have to put the two together, it's gonna be hard. Okay, putting the two together is gonna be hard. Now, you know that stuff I showed you a while back? Remember the stuff I showed you where you went? Remember that stuff I showed you?
Yeah, this. That?
Yeah, but you gotta play it. Don't play it fast. See, it's all sloppy when you play it fast. But when you play it slower, it doesn't sound like. Play it slower. Play it slower for me.
Ah. Now I forget it.
Oh my God, you can't play it slow. No. You know what? You played it 6 times and you haven't played it once right. So you know what? We should try that one over because it seems like you forgot a little bit. Let's rekindle your memory. There it is. Right, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Boom.
The towel fell off. I thought I was going to get that one.
I didn't know. I knew you weren't going to get it. I knew for a fact. I was. Okay, don't put the beat in. Put this first.
Wait. I almost
That's
had.
the second one. Roll it down. You start speeding up, now you're making all kinds of mistakes.
That's a cool beat
I know
though.
that. Slow it down.
I thought that was
No. No. There, you're fine, fine, right. There it is. Okay, now do you remember the second one? There's only two of them. What was the first one? That's the second one. What was the first one? Right, left, right, left, right, left, left. It's just right, left, right, right. Left, right, left, left. Okay.
How you doing?
Good.
Almost at it. Right, left, right, right. No, right, left, right, right. Watch me. Right, left, right, right. Do that. Right, do it again.
I just need your keys.
Mikey?
You need your keys there. You gotta put them in away. Sorry.
Sure, man.
Oh, he's a big diesel.
Sorry for the interruption.
Ah, no worries.
Yeah. So now you know,
That's the other one though.
yeah, but it's too fast. It's always too fast. Then you make a mess of it. We don't want to make a mess of it. We want to make it sound clean. Clean is the way you gotta sound. You can't just, you know what I mean? But the first one, did you get the first one there? Right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, boom. Ah, boom. Ah, left, right, right. Have you been practicing that at home?
No.
No, see,
I've been practicing the ones that you told me to practice.
yeah, but that's stuff that you gotta remember. You gotta remember. What I show you is stuff you want to remember forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And that's stuff that you wanna practice. You don't have to practice it for an hour, an hour, an hour. You just practice it like 5 minutes. And make sure you remember it, okay? That's what makes a good drummer. A good drummer has a memory. He remembers things. He just doesn't play the same thing you showed him last week. He remembers the thing you showed him 6 months ago. That's what calls a good drummer. It's all about memory work, because then you can play it and it's a piece of cake. You know what I mean? You don't have a problem with it, right? Okay, so you got that idea of, you got that down, right? And you're gonna practice that double thing on the bass drums for me, right? But I wanna just show you something a little different, and it's a beat that, let me ask you, have you been practicing your flams?
Huh?
Have you been practicing your flams?
No.
No fun.
But I remember them.
What do you practice? Alright, now what else do you play? How else can you play them? That's just one way. Remember I showed you 4 ways? 4 ways. Don't you remember how they're played? Like what were you dragging the left hand? No, drag that. No. Now you're playing them wrong. See, you're gonna practice them. You've got to Caleb, you've got to practice these things I showed you. And remember, if you don't, then you go back to them and you go, it's all wrong. It's all wrong. Now what? Now what do I do? I gotta take up trombone. I can't play the drums because I gotta take up trombone now because I don't remember these flams. That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna be a trombone player for the rest of your life. You don't want to be a trombone player, do you?
No.
You want to be a drummer?
Yeah.
Okay, so watch this. Now watch my left hand. See, 1, 2, 1, 2. Try that. That's right. No, start with the other side. See, now you're back to your old one. Okay? What was the other one? What was the other one? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. No, this your left hand has to do those. Try those. You feel you're getting better at them?
Yeah.
No. No. So that means you gotta practice. Right? Okay. What about doubles? No. Doubles. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just like that. Remember your fingers gotta get around that stick, okay? Now, do you think you got better on those ones? A little bit. See? See? Now we know what scale got good on and that's good. What about those ones where 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. Have you practiced those ones?
I've been practicing the ones you told me to practice.
Yeah, but have you been practicing those, the actual ones? Okay, what about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Like that?
Yeah, but right there. Make sure your sticking's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Go slow. Think you've gotten any better on those ones? You've been practicing them? What, you've gotten better and you haven't practiced on them?
Yeah.
Oh, this must be a miracle happening here. But you see, that's the thing. We'll sit down and practice those individually by themselves, away from the drums. You know what I mean? Do you ever do that at home? Take the snare and put it over somewhere,
I have this little practice pad at home.
and so you practice it on a pad.
No, I haven't took it out in a while. I think it's at my mom's house or something. But I have like this little practice pad that we bought, and you can like.
You should get that back again. Find that thing, okay? And get that back out and practice on that, because then you're not practicing the drum so much. You're just practicing on the pad, and that's getting you really good on your hands if you practice on it.
I'd rather just bring my snare upstairs and put it in my room and like practice it once in a
But
while.
make sure you put a towel on it because it's loud. You don't want to get everybody all freaked out and just got this loud snare going, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That thing. Okay, you know what I want you to do is, do you remember a thing where you were playing funky beats? How do you play a funky beat? That's a boogie beat. You're close. How would you play a funk beat? How do you do funk? Thanks, man.
Sure.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Of course.
You're not, no? That's it. And 2, and 3, and this goes on off time. 1, and what's that called? What's that called?
Funky beat.
Funky beat. Do you ever, when you practice, now do you practice that one? Now, do you practice the funk beat I just showed you? Do you practice that at home?
No.
Because that has many, many different things to do with it.
Sometimes I put it in my beat a lot.
Mhm.
I put it in my beat a lot. I put it in my beats a lot when I'm playing like a beat or something. I put it in my beats.
Now, do you ever do anything else with your bass drum on that same beat? You ever do anything? No. No, it's something simple that you can play. It's easier. That doesn't sound like anything. That's just when you're playing a funk beat. When you play a funk beat, Caleb, you're going boom, or boom. Play that one for me. 1 and 2 and a 3 and 4 and go fast?
Yeah, you
Terrible.
start to go.
You gotta keep things slow. You keep them playing. You play right. Okay? What else now? You did so. When you practice your funk, you don't practice that thing I just showed you, ever? Because I showed you that many, many times before. But there's something to remember, right? You want to remember things, right? There's just something that when you're practicing at home, you got to remember all those things I showed you, right? All those things I showed you, you want to bring them back and touch on them a little bit, you know? That's what you want to try and do, right? I want you to use your double bass. You want to try your double bass thing? And it's a thing where you're done? Okay, now I'm going to show you something. It's with your double bass. You ready? It's going to go like this. It's going to go 1 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Can you do that on your bass? Now. So just keep it going 3 times through. And 1 and keep going 3 times through. Now, what tom-tom does is go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Hit these 2 toms, but not loud. I don't want you to play them loud, okay? You're not counting, okay,
I
you
need-
should be. Cause I always want you to count, I always tell everybody, you gotta count, okay? Now, I want you to do this, alright? With that same idea, I wanna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna put your 4 on the snare drum. No, do the 2 on the top, the 2 times.
So it's the exact opposite of what I just did.
Nope, that's exactly what I want you to do.
No, like when I
I
did
didn't
this.
want you to do the one you're doing. No, that
That's
was-
the exact opposite.
right. Whatever opposite is, the one I wanted you to do, you weren't doing. So now you're doing it right because now it takes us to another place. You're going. You know what I'm saying? I want you to now go a little faster, but I want you to control it more. Okay? With your double beat. See what I mean? Keep the bass drums nice and even for me. Think you can? Yeah? Is that does that left side feel funny for you?
Mm-hmm.
If it does, you can play it okay. Okay? So let's now do that. Don't play those tom-toms so loud, because you know why? You're making the drum. Now speed up, keep the really light up.
My bass is messed up.
Well, that's a
Because
good.
once this one starts messing up, this one starts messing
At home, that's what you want you to practice. Make them straight on, like. You know what I mean? Because it makes so everything that you play up there sounds cleaner. You know what I'm saying? It'll all sound cleaner for you. For next week, I'm gonna bring you that book. Actually, I'm gonna write that in so that you don't forget. Okay? Okay.